In this video, we'll be looking at how to leverage the navigation menu in SugarMarket to find your leads and contacts, as well as add any leads and contacts that you might have. And there are really a few different ways that we can navigate to lead and contacts. You'll notice this navigation menu now on the left side is collapsed. We can expand this and find leads and contacts through here. If it's not expanded, you can just find the icon at the bottom of the person, and that's another way that we're able to access leads and contacts. We can click directly into here. Same thing, if we expand this navigation menu, we can click into lead and contacts from there. And part of this navigation menu that's in the newer UI, if we select these three dots, you'll notice there are a few options where we can create new records, or we can also access the list view of viewing leads and contacts that way. So a few different places to be able to be taken to this screen to view all my leads and contacts. Here on the leads and contacts list, there's a search bar. This will allow me to search for any available keywords that are displayed on the available fields shown here, like first name, last name, email, phone, account, the owner, created date, last activity date, score, and interest prediction. You can see the lead score that's displayed here. It will initially display the scoring profile that has been set as default, which you can find the list of scoring profiles here with this trophy. And you'll notice that my high activity scoring profile is set to default in the lead scoring section. So that is the one that this one is defaulted to. But if I wanted to select from a different lead scoring profile, I have my list that I can access here to pick and choose from. Now we'll look at different ways that we can add new lead and contact records, as well as the import wizard. But one way to create new records using the import wizard from this list view, I can use this icon up here. You'll notice it pulls up import contacts, and this will take me directly to the import wizard, as well as another way that we'll be able to access this that we'll look in just a few minutes. If you choose to create it through the import wizard, which I'll take you through that process here, where you select the file that you want to upload. You must mark if contacts have confirmed consent or legitimate interest, just like you would by creating a single record on its own. And then you have some other options. If the first row contains column names, if the record already exists, overwrite existing values. So you can update any record you might have if need be. But again, this will take you through a wizard. So once I upload that file, I have to, if it doesn't already do it for me, and it's probably not doing it for me here because I don't have column headers in my file, but you will need to look for the fields that you want this to map to in SugarMarket. So I just have a few here, but you have to have those fields in SugarMarket if you're wanting them to import, obviously. And then you have a key column to select for checking for duplicates. So email is the one that it presets to. Obviously, we want to check to see if there's duplicate emails and not create duplicate entries. We might also want to look for first name, last name, account name for checking for duplicates. Maybe you want to allow for duplicates for whatever reason that might be. Best practices is probably not to do that. Custom key, that's where you can select any of the fields that are anything outside of email, first name, last name, account name that you might want to leverage to check for duplicates. I'm going to do first, last, and account name. Oh, maybe I'll just do email because I don't have accounts on here. All right. The step 3 of the import wizard is going to have you select your distribution list. You can create a new distribution list from here, or if you have a list already created where you want to import more contacts or more leads to and combine with that list, you can select from a distribution list here and you may add it. Otherwise, name your list. Once you hit create, you'll notice that distribution list is now added to the list. and I can select import contacts. Once my file is done being uploaded and those contacts are being created, I'm going to get an email notification that will let me know when that process is done and complete. Now let's look at the other ways that we can create contact or lead records. You have this create button up in the right-hand corner. If I create it using this button here, you'll notice although it says create contact, I need to select record type to be able to distinguish whether this is a lead record or a contact record, and fill out their name, their last name, or at least the email address. Since Sugar Market does need an email address, make sure you have that. You can associate that individual to a company, and then it will require you to check the box off that they have confirmed consent or legitimate interest. The other way to create a new lead or contact record, those three dots you might have noticed earlier, you have create contact, create lead. If I select create contact, you'll see that it pulls up that same pop-up card to fill out, but my record type is already selected. And if I go to create lead here, same thing. You'll notice the record type's already selected for me. So that's really the biggest difference when using the three dots there to create a new record, or that button up in the right-hand corner where you have to pick if it's a lead or a contact. So just be mindful of that. One other way to be able to create new records, this quick create here, it's similar to the quick create if you're used to using that in SugarCell or SugarServe, but this allows you to create a contact by going in through there as well. So a few different areas to achieve the same thing. You can kind of pick what you prefer.